Welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about why word of mouth isn't enough anymore and the referral cliff that every local business hits. These are really going to be 3 reasons your phone has stopped ringing and your competitors didn't. So don't miss this video. You can read along. If you want this actual doc, let me know. I can send it out to you and you can use it in your AI or in your notes. So your best salesman is retiring. Real talk though. Word of mouth has built your business. Referrals got you to where you are. Your reputation has done a lot of the selling, and for years that's been good enough. The phone rang, the jobs came in, life is good. But lately, something's changed, right? Am I wrong? The referrals still come in, but they're slower. There's dead periods between them now, and it's getting longer. And here's the part that nobody wants to say out loud is because of that, you can't hire, you can't plan, you can't grow the way that you want because you don't have any idea when the next job is actually coming, because with referrals, you're relying on that other person. And so in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 reasons why word of mouth has stopped being enough, why it's not your fault, and what the businesses that are still growing right now are doing differently. So please stick with me because number 2, almost nobody sees it coming. And honestly, sit back because it may sting a little. What's up, everybody? My name is Graham, founder of Valued Productions. I work with home service businesses and local companies. And this conversation that I'm going to be going through today in this video is, and like how referrals are drying up, that conversation is really how almost every single discovery call and growth audit call that I run is how it starts. So let's get into it. So this is what a referral only lead flow can look like. You know, you're slammed and then you're dead and then you're slammed again and then you're dead and then maybe you have some more referrals and then you're dead. There's no pattern, there's no control, there's no way to plan because there's a referral ceiling. You're relying on other people. You can't map that out. Word of mouth, it has a math problem. So bear with me on this for a second. Here's the thing that nobody may have told you. Referrals, yes, are the best leads that you're ever going to get. They have the highest trust, the highest close rate. You're not spending anything on ads. Do not get me wrong. I will never, ever tell you referrals are bad. They're actually gold, and I still use them a lot. But referrals, they have a ceiling, and the ceiling is math. Think about it. Your referrals come from your past customers. Your past customers, that's a fixed group of people. They only know so many people. And they can only think of you when that specific topic of what it is that you do happens to come up at a barbecue or a birthday party or something. You have zero control over when that happens or how often that happens or really whether it happens at all. You have 0% control over the amount of referrals that you get and when a referral shows up. And what that does and what that leaves you with is that feast-or-famine roller coaster. This right here, the up and down. 1 month you're slammed. You're turning away work. You're looking for new people. But then the next month you gotta lay off some people. It's crickets. And when you can't predict your lead flow, you can't hire consistently. And that next crew member, they see that, and then it's harder to hire because they're like, well, you laid off the last guy because you were busy and then you weren't. You can't commit to bigger jobs because you don't have that ability to plan, and you sure as heck can't plan for the growth of your business overall because you're not able to predict for cash flow. You're not running a pipeline. You're just waiting by the phone. You didn't build a lead system. Ultimately, you built a lottery ticket that sometimes pays out. And look, that's worked for a long time, but here's why it's working less and less every single year in today's world. So real quick, if you are a local business owner and you want this type of stuff that I'm sharing right now every week, I do have a community where I break down real campaigns, real numbers, and what's actually working right now. I'm going to put the link in the description. Okay, back to it. So the second reason is the trust shift that's happening. We live in a trust recession. Even your referrals are Googling you now. And this is something that almost nobody has seen coming. 20 years ago, a referral was the sale. Your buddy says they use this person or they use that guy and it's a done deal. They're going with them. But the landscape has shifted, and today you get a buddy who says, hey, I use this guy. And then they pull out their phone. They Google the name. They check the reviews. They look at the website. They scroll your Facebook and Instagram page. And if what is found is 12 old reviews, a website that hasn't been touched since 2011, and a dead social media page, you know exactly what's going to happen. They're not going to go with it. The referral dies in their hand. And then that lowers the credibility of the person who even gave the referral, even if they do good work. They don't call you up, and they're not going to tell you that either. They're just going to book the other person who has shown up with multiple hundreds of reviews, who has real videos of their work and a face that they recognize that they're constantly seeing on their feed. The referral that you earned, the one that you worked years to deserve, it just got closed by someone else. And you never even knew that it existed because they're not going to show up and tell you. And so this is kind of how referrals used to work. A friend recommends you, a customer calls, and the job is booked. Boom. That's why they're so great. But now the landscape has shifted, and a friend will recommend someone. That customer is going to still Google you and check your social pages, and that customer is going to compare you to 3 other competitors, maybe people that they've heard from other people or seen show up on their social media. Like, hey, I see this guy show up all the time, but this guy is who I got referred to. Is it really better? And then whoever looks the most trustworthy, they're going to win the business. So here's the brutal truth. Word of mouth didn't stop working. Word of mouth really has gotten a second step added to it. And most local businesses are losing the sale in that second step without ever knowing that it happened. So this brings us to the real question. What are the growing businesses doing differently? The ones who are still growing in this landscape and marketplace. So one more thing, then we're going to get into that good part. If you are getting value from this so far, just drop the word growth in the comments and I'll send you my free predictable pipeline checklist. It's going to take you a couple seconds. It also helped the channel. So if you are getting value and you want to grow a business, just comment the word and I'll get it right out to you. So the third thing is hope is not a pipeline. The businesses that are still growing in today's world with that second step didn't replace word of mouth, they amplified it. And this is the part where most videos tell you referrals are dead and you need to just go buy ads. That's not what I'm telling you, because referrals are gold. I still use referrals. I still rely on them a lot. But the problem is that referrals alone are passive. You're sitting there hoping, and hope is not a pipeline. Man, I'm telling you, the growing businesses that are the growing businesses who are taking advantage of this run what I call a predictable engine alongside the whole word of mouth referral base that they have. And it looks something like this. 1, Visibility that you control. So things like video ads, content that's going to put your face and your work in front of homeowners every single week, whether anybody's referring you or not. Which leads us into number 2, which is the trust that's already built. Things like reviews, project videos, an online presence that closes that second step that we talked about, testimonials. So now when that referral Googles you, you win instead of the other guy. And third, a follow-up that never sleeps. So having an automated system that captures every lead, responds in minutes, and then nurtures the people who aren't quite ready yet, so that nothing falls through the crack. Nothing depends on you having to remember, oh shoot, I forgot to call. They're still getting nurtured with content and visibility, keeping you top of mind. And here's what happens when all 3 are running. Your ads bring in complete strangers. The trust assets like the content and the reviews and the emails, those are going to slowly convert them over time. Your referrals are going to stop dying on Google because now you look like the obvious choice. It's crazy how ads work too. If someone refers you, I can almost assure you that your ads will start showing up in that person's feed. And your follow-up system is going to start booking the jobs, whether you're on a roof somewhere or you're hanging with your family or you're actually doing work at that very moment. Word of mouth stops being your only channel and becomes your cheapest channel, feeding a machine that runs whether or not someone brought you up at like a barbecue or a family gathering this week. And that's the difference between a business that waits and a business that grows. So the same business, 2 different futures. So this is what a business that grows, the compounding gap. Or you get a business that continues to wait for referrals. Yeah, they do well, then it dips, but they're still doing decent, but like you can plan for that compounding growth. So in recap, 3 truths that I want you to take with you. 1, referrals have a ceiling. You have 0 control over whether they show up, and that's the feast or famine cycle. 2, every referral is going to get Googled. It's a new step that's added to referrals. The second step is where you're losing jobs that you've earned from being in business for years, but you're missing it. And 3, hope is not a pipeline. Growing businesses run on a predictable engine alongside their word of mouth, not instead of it. It's an and game. So here's my challenge to you. Pull up your phone and Google your own business right now. Seriously, pause the video, do it. Search your service in your town. Look at what a referral sees when they check you out. Be honest with yourself. Let me know in the comments what you find. And if you wouldn't hire you based on what comes up, that's a leak in your business. And the good news is it is fixable. And if you want my team to look at your business and show you exactly where those leaks are and those things are drying up, maybe map out what that predictable pipeline could look like for you specifically, customized for your specific business, I'm going to put a link to book a free call in the description. No pitch, no pressure. We'll just kind of get some clarity around where those leaks are. So book your free growth audit. I'll put the link in the description. So if this was useful, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. I'm going to be dropping videos here on marketing, lead generation, predictable growth for local businesses. So we'll see you in the next one. And I hope you got some value from this. You get leads in, jobs booked, repeat. Visibility, it builds trust. And you create the follow-up, which builds more visibility, which creates more trust. And it just all works together in a predictable pipeline engine together with referrals. I hope you have an awesome day.